Now here's something that's really cool which you can do with trackable phone numbers. The Law Society is the organisation that looks after lawyers in the United Kingdom, and basically they've just launched a big campaign on personal injury law. This is to try and get people who've had an accident not to go to claims management companies, but to basically go to lawyers who are managed by the Law Society. Now they have a very good system, the Law Society. They direct all their traffic from advertising through to this site called Find a Solicitor. Now they get lots and lots of people coming here from the general public trying to find local solicitors. And what I'm going to do here is just show you really how it works. I'm just looking for a solicitor, and what I want to do is I've punched in my postcode address here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search, and up comes a list of solicitors. So I'm not going to do too much of a search. I'm just basically going to go for this first one here. And very handily, they give me a phone number that I can call. Now, if I'm this solicitor, I actually want to know where my business is coming from. And if I'm getting lots of leads from the Find a Solicitor website from the Law Society, it would be great to know that. Two reasons it's great to know that. Firstly, it tells me the Law Society is actually doing something, which is really, really good. It's actually driving traffic to me, to my website, but also directly to my phone, which is extremely valuable. So this directory could be sending me a lot of business, and I want to know the quality and the quantity of that business. And secondly, overall, I want to know what proportion of the business I get comes from this Find a Solicitor route. It's very important I know what my whole mix is of leads that I'm getting. Now, the reason I know that Law Society doesn't do this is because if we go to Google and we search for this particular solicitors, we check down here, we look at the phone number. This is their Google Places, which is now called Google Plus listing. The phone number is 942-2448. We go back to Law Society listing, 942-2448. So if someone calls me online, done a search, and calls my phone number, I don't know whether they call me from the Find a Solicitor website, or from my website, or from anywhere else, because I've just got one phone number. This is a big problem for the Law Society. They're spending lawyers' money on marketing, because that's where they get their money from. All lawyers pay into the Law Society. They're spending money and they're not measuring any of the results. Now, if you've got a directory yourself, it's a great way to monetize your directory by doing stuff, for example, like pay per lead, and you can get firms on your directory to pay you per lead. But if you're running a directory, don't you really want to show people the results you're getting for them? So if you're a newspaper and you've got a whole list of restaurants on your newspaper online guide, don't you want to show those restaurants you're driving customers to them? And then don't you want to charge for that money? If you're the Law Society and you're taking money from people so you can market their firms, don't you want to prove to them you're spending their money wisely? So use trackable phone numbers in your directories to prove how good you are at driving customers to people, but also to monetize those phone calls. Using AdMeter, you can do exactly that very, very easily. Thanks very much for watching.